you folks. It is, of course, the Sweet 16 and the NCAA men's basketball postseason tournament. On one end, you have the 7th-ranked Michigan State Spartans with a 21-13 record, led by the legendary coach Tom Izzo. And on the other side, you have the 3 seed, the upstart Kansas State Wildcats, with a 26-9 record, and they're led by first-year head coach Jerome Tang. Let's get the starters down for both teams. For Michigan State, number 2 guard Tyson Walker, number 10 forward Joey Hauser, number 11 guard AJ Hogard, number 11 3 Jaden Akins, and number 22 center Maddie Sissoko. Now for the Kansas State Wildcats, number 1 point guard Marquise Noel, number 11 forward Keontae Johnson, number 35 center Naquan Tomlin, number 13 guard Desi Sills, and number 5 guard Cam Carter. Coaches are ready, players are ready, officials are ready. Let's get underway. Tomlin wins the tip-off for the Wildcats, and here comes the ever-dangerous point guard Marquise Noel. Had an excellent performance last week against Kentucky, and he throws the lob to Johnson to start the scoring for Kansas State. Johnson showing off the athleticism early. And Michigan State, I think the game plan for them in this game is that they want to control the tempo. They are a slow-moving offense as Hauser misses his first mid-range and it'll go out of bounds. And also, they just have to use their size. They're way bigger than Kansas State. They just have to remember that, and they need to key to their strengths. If they do that, they have a good chance of walking out of here with a win. Hogard inbounds it to Soko. Gives it to Hauser. He is a dangerous catch and shoot specialist. You do not want to leave him open. Aiken swings it up to Walker. 5 on the shot clock. Walker's got to go one-on-one. Takes a long 2, and that is off the rim. And it lands into the hands of Aiken. So 2 quick offensive rebounds. Hauser's going to hoist up a 3. That one is off. And Aikens gets another offensive rebound. Long possession for the Spartans. And a whistle is called. Desi Sills got a little too handsy with Hauser. And wow, 3 offensive rebounds in 1 possession. That's what I've been saying. That's what I just said earlier. Michigan State is way bigger than this Kansas State team. Kansas State really needs to block out and really haul in these rebounds. Cam Carter is going to take a rest. In comes in number 3, David Gasson. And Gasson, bodies on the floor. Michigan State comes out with it. Again, it is 2-0 Kansas State. Hogard on the drive. No good. Rebound Johnson. Kansas State looking to push the pace. Throw up to Tomlin. Tomlin saves it into Gasson. Sails a 3-pointer. And it is good. Kansas State has a 5-2 all-time record in the Sweet 16. Looking to make it 6-2 against a very, very elite program in Michigan State. But they have a 5-0 lead to start. Hogard throws it up for Sissoko, and he flushes it through. Maddie Sissoko gets the scoring started for the Spartans. And I think the game plan for Kansas State is that, again, you saw that they want to push the pace. They know that Michigan State, they like to move slow and with tempo. So I think if you really they want to, hurry them up and get them into uncomfortable situations as Johnson turns the ball over for Kansas State, dribbled out of bounds. And Michigan State, they have to take advantage of mismatches, Marquise Noel, point guard, very talented, but he is only 5'8". They really need to take advantage of mismatches. Walker along 2, and he's 0 for 2 on those. Rebound Johnson. Bounce pass Gasson. The layup, no, but a whistle. Tyson Walker went for the strip. And David Gasson will head to the line to shoot 2. And I think another implement that Kansas State we're going to see in this game as Gasson misses his first free throw is they really want to do that. They really want to do that high pick and roll with Marquise Noel. He is dangerous in the high pick and roll. He creates so much offense. He creates so much attention That leaves the ability for shooters to be open as Gassan misses the second free throw. It is 2-5, Kansas State in the lead. As 2 minutes and 30 seconds go by here in the first half. Hogard, one-on-one against Johnson. Swing to the corner, Hauser. Hauser to Hogard. Hogard with a bump. Hauser, quick three-pointer, and he nails it. That's what I've been saying. You cannot leave Joey Hauser open for catch-and-shoot threes. He will not miss. Noel. A pass to Tomlin, going to drive, hard to the basket, tries to dump it off, and it will go out of bounds, and the referees say Kansas State basketball. And a good cut there from Joey Hauser. Seeing Hogard was stuck, he cuts to the open spot and hits the three. And with his parents in attendance, I bet they are very proud of him. He was a Big Ten honorable mention. Noel to inbound into Gassan. They swing it around. Noel's going to reset the offense, 10 on the shot clock. Noel gets Hogard switched on him, 5 seconds. Tegan takes a deep three from the logo, and that is off. And a foul on the rebound. That is David Gassan. Very, very deep three-pointer for Marquise Noel on that possession. Cam Carter checking back in for the Wildcats, in for Desi Sills, and Jaden Akins will take a rest for the Spartans. In comes Jackson Kohler, the freshman, and Malik Hall. Walker. Crossover into the paint. And he flings it back out to Hogard. Hauser going to try another three off the screen. That one is off the rim and into the hands of Noel. Again, here comes the speed, looking to push the pace, zips it to Gassan. Noel gets it back into Johnson. Mid-range jumper over Walker, and that is way off. 4 minutes gone by in this first half, and we are tied at 5. Hauser inside. Kohler, the freshman, goes up with the hook, and that is no good. Johnson, the rebound. Johnson with 3 quick rebounds early in this game. Noel looking to size up Tyson Walker. Now Carter, spin move, 2-pointer, over Hauser, and he gets it to go. Cam Carter, nice move. Here comes Michigan State with some tempo. Hauser fakes the 3. Now kicks it back out. Hogard, pump fake drive floater. That is off the back iron. Bodies and ball on the floor, and Noel comes out with it. Noel, another high ball screen. Drives, pass into Gassan. Beautiful pass by Marquise Noel. He had 27 their last game against Kentucky. Hauser catching 3. Yes! Hauser's going to let that thing fly if he sees any amount of space. He has 6 points. Michigan State down 1. And Tom Izzo has 4 players at the substitution table. He's going with some big rotations early. Carter thought about the 3. Decided not to take it. Kicks it back out to Noel. 5 on the shot clock. Noel flings it to the corner to Gassan. 3 at the horn. Oh, at the buzzer. David Gassan. Kansas State is 2 for 3 on 3-point field goals. Hogard is trapped. Has to kick it back out to Hauser. He's hit 2 threes. Hall pump fake dish into Kohler, and Kohler finishes it easily. Beautiful move by Malik Hall. Now, I think this is the hard part for Michigan State. They have to find a way to get stops because, as you can see, when these Kansas State Wildcats are hot, they rarely miss. Johnson, one-on-one against Hall. Walker went for the steal. Noel drives, and that layup is no good, and rebound is hauled in by Kohler. Hogard looking to push the pace, loses the ball. Ball still on the floor. Gassan gets out with it, passes it to Tomlin. Tomlin to Noel. Tries to hit a cutting Johnson and a foul. and we're going to take a break. It is a very sloppy game early. Spartans versus Wildcats. We'll be back after this. And you know what I think is really the craziest story in college basketball is Kansas State starting for Keontae Johnson. If you don't remember, at Florida, he was a preseason All-American. In a game against Florida State, he collapsed on the floor. He collapsed on the court mid-game, and then he was not allowed to play the rest of the year. He transferred to Kansas State, and he has been playing so well in this tournament. And Kansas State is blessed to have him. Some subs in. Ismail Massoud comes in for Kansas State. Freshman Carson Cooper, the 7-footer's in for Michigan State, along with Trey Holloman and Matty Sissoko. Man, Michigan State has a big lineup out there. The smallest one's Trey Holloman. He's probably about 6'3". Johnson, three-pointer. Off the rim, Massoud fighting for the rebound, and it will go out of bounds on Kansas State. 13 minutes remaining in this first half. The score is 10-12. Kansas State on top. Joey Hauser has 6 of Michigan State's 10 points. They're shooting 14 for 13 from the field goal right now. They need to pick that up. Akins gives it to Sissoko. Hands it off to Hall. Hall gets in the paint, loses the ball, and a whistle. That will be on Ismail Massoud. As Hall, he has some nice fakes. As you saw with that one play in the assist to Kohler, he gave a nice fake for 3, which led the layup wide open. Inbound from the baseline. Hall going to go one-on-one against Johnson. Layup is good. Malik Hall nifting his way through the paint. We are tied at 12. Noel looking to set something up. Sills hits Massoud, takes a long 2, and that is off the rim. Michigan State has a chance to take the lead for the first time in this game. Holloman has tight coverage on him by Cam Carter. Gives it to Hall. At the top of the key, Akins. Dribble move. Pull up 2. And it is off the rim. Desi Sills gets the rebound. Desi Sills looks like he got eye poked. He keeps touching at his face. Noel receives the ball screen, splits it, hits the corner. Massoud tries it again, and that one is off as well. Malik Hall rebound. Here comes Akins looking to push the pace for the Spartans. They ring it around the arc. Holloman throws it up for Sissoko. Comes back down with it, and he cannot finish. Here comes Noel. Noel around the screen, now on the drive. Nice pass into a cutting Johnson as Johnson lays it in. And there has been rumors that Marquise Noel, with he's so good at assists, he might break the all-time record in a tournament game. Hall, catch and shoot three-pointer on the other end is no good. Fight for the rebound into the hands of Carson Cooper. Man, he's tall. Akins, floater, soft touch, lays it in. And we are tied again at 14. Michigan State has 5 offensive rebounds compared to Kansas State's 0. Again, that size is just going to be a lot for Kansas State. They have to find a way to get rebounds. Noel, into the lane, kicks. Johnson, wide open corner 3. And he nails it. Keontae Johnson has 7 points so far in this first half. Shooting 3 for 5 from the field. He has looked excellent so far. Malik Hall one-on-one against Noel. Instead, they swing it around to Akins. Akins on the drive. Back out, Holloman, kick, Akins, three-pointer, the lefty, and he rattles it in. And we are tied again. A little bit halfway through this first half, and it has been really exciting so far. And Jaden Akins, he's a lefty. You never want to leave those lefty shooters open because they will make you pay. Noel hits a cutting Masood, goes up against Cooper, and he'll get the whistle. And Carson Cooper looks like he got hit in the face. He'll stay on the floor for a bit. Hope he's okay. Masood. And he missed the first free throw. He's 0 for 2 from the field right now. A.J. Hoggard and Joey Hauser check back in for Michigan State. With 9:29 remaining in this first half, we are tied at 17. This game has been very sloppy, but has been very exciting so far. Masood able to hit the second. And Masood will take a break on the bench. David Gasson, who had a very good first couple minutes, he got in early, will check back in. Hoggard hands it to Akins, who just hit that three on the last possession for Michigan State. Hoggard against Sills. Kicks it, Akins. Inside to Sissoko, and a whistle. That is going to be on Desi Sills. Getting a little too handsy with Matty Sissoko. Again, Michigan State has the size. Kansas State, you see, they're scrappy. They're trying to get the ball as best as they can away from these Michigan State bigs. They inbound it, pass it to Walker. Tyson Walker gives it to Hoggard. 10 on the shot clock. Akins. Gonna go one-on-one, 5 seconds. Into the lane, two-pointer. And that one is short. Noel Banana cuts. Now looking to drive. He brings it back out to set up the offense. Again, Tyson Walker has a very tough assignment. He's going against a really shifty guard who has excellent court vision. Into Johnson. Johnson kicks it back out. Sills another three-pointer. He's 1 for 1. That one doesn't go. Hoggard moving in transition. Crossover. Gives it to Akins. Now Michigan State will slow it down, try to run something. Ball screen for Hoggard. Passes it to Hauser. Hauser on the drive. Spin. Two-pointer over Johnson. Tough shot. He hits it off the glass. Joey Hauser with 8 points. He has so far been the best player for Michigan State. Tomlin going to take a corner three. That one is off. Gasson is called for the foul on the rebound. Jaden Akins, really good box out as Michigan State is up 19-18. We're going to take a break here. And Michigan State may be finding some momentum early. And just as a reminder, the winner of this game goes to the Elite Eight against either FAU or Tennessee. That game is later on after this. And that one should be really, really good. FAU, man, they are a really hot team right now. But you never know what happens in March. I'm going to skip here. The big freshman center, Carson Cooper, checks back in for Michigan State. They're going to use him. Well, a new sub for Kansas State. Number 23, Abomi Iola checks in. Walker, no hesitation from the two. That one is no good, but Hall gets the offensive rebound. Walker tries a three, and that one falls. Tyson Walker hits his first field goal of the game, and Michigan State has a 4-point lead. And another, guess by what? Another offensive rebound by Michigan State, and that is an offensive foul on Iolia, who just got into the game. Some offensive fouls for Kansas State has been really stalling them on offense. They're getting some open shots, but illegal screens, over the back penalties on rebounds. I mean, they add up in such a very high tense game like this. Pass is stolen by Kansas State. Noel takes the easy layup. But I say transition and pressure defense. Kansas State is really active, and you just saw it right there. A little bit less than 7 minutes remaining in this first half. Walker just hit the three-pointer. Swings it. Hogard thought about the three, now looking to drive. Walker drives on Carter. Left-handed layup off the glass. Nifty finish from Tyson Walker. Michigan State bench is hyped. They have some momentum. Noel. And that is another offensive foul by Kansas State. Marquise Noel extended the arm on Walker. And I believe that is 3 possessions in a row for the Wildcats that have ended in a turnover. Hogard to bring it up. Again, he's getting picked up full court right now by Kansas State. Ismail Massoud checks back in for the Wildcats. And that is a turnover. Malik Hall threw it into the backcourt. And Michigan State with a turnover. Come on. Go. I think if you're Kansas State, you need to score on this possession. Your last 3 have ended in turnover, and there, Sills takes the shot, and he'll get fouled. That was a nice little inbounds play. Sills acted like he was going to screen for Tomlin, instead cuts to the basket, and the pass got there, and he was able to sell the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. And the first one is up and good. Kansas State has committed 7 fouls already. Michigan State only 4. And Michigan State, they have all those offensive rebounds as Sills hits the second, and they're only up 2. Some missed opportunities here for the Spartans. And again, Michigan State has shot 0 free throws. I think they really need to get into the paint some more. Hauser swings it to Walker, who just hit the 3. Walker now is trapped. Tries to break out of it. He does. Swing Hauser. On the drive, Hauser. And a whistle. And I believe that is another foul on Kansas State. Their 8th of this half. That one is on Keontae Johnson. The leading scorer for Kansas State right now. He's at 7. And Michigan State is in the bonus. They'll shoot 1 and 1. And a little look at Joey Hauser's numbers. He is averaging a little bit over 14 points per game and 7 rebounds per game, which is really good as he hits the first free throw. Man, an NBA team that really needs some spacing, size, and shooting would be really, really lucky to have him. You know, a team like the Nuggets, the Celtics, I think would be a good fit for him. Just, you know, he's a smart player. He's a smart kid. He'll succeed in anything he does. Second free throw is up and good for Hauser. 26-22, Michigan State has retaken the lead here in the first half. There is 5:46 remaining on the clock as Hauser will take a break. Again, a lot of subs early for Michigan State. Jaden Akins will replace him. Noel, man, he causes so much attention. Literally 2 Spartans went to double that ball screen. Massoud, step back 3-pointer, and he hits it. Massoud, who was 0 for 2 on his first shot attempts, makes that one, and it's a 1-point game. Hogard looking back at Tom Izzo. He is being guarded by Marquise Noel. Double screen from Hall and Sissoko. Swing to the corner. That is Akins. Inside to Hall. 10 on the shot clock. Ooh, crossover against Massoud. Layup. It's blocked by Tomlin. Here comes Michigan State on the run. Kansas State. Noel feeds Tomlin. And they're going to take it back out. Man, what a rejection from Tomlin. He had such fast reflexes. Noel hits a cutting. Johnson makes it And the foul and one. Another assist for Noel, and Kansas State has retaken the lead. I mean, look at this block again. Tomlin with excellent help defense. And then look at that. Look how much attention Marquise Noel draws. He draws 3 Spartans and a beautiful cut from Johnson. Hits the layup. Now is shooting 1 free throw, and he hits it. Johnson with 10 points. He'll go to the bench. And Noel has not gotten 1 break yet. I mean, they need him there on offense. He is their creator. He's their distributor. He is their everything pretty much on offense. Hall, and Malik Hall just got called for an offensive foul. An arm extension on Cam Carter, and Tom Izzo is giving the ref an earful of it right now. And a lot of offensive fouls this game. Again, it's been very sloppy. Again, these are really 2 good defensive teams. Keontae Johnson checks back in for Cam Carter. And Michigan State all of a sudden now has 6 fouls, even though they were just at 3 a minute ago. Noel ball screen. Thought about the 3-pointer. Decides not to take it. And Walker gets a hand on it. Noel gets it back. 10 on the shot clock. Good ball defense. And wow, what a pass from Noel into a cutting Tomlin. Man, that was a tight window between 2 Spartans. Whoa. I need to see a replay on that one. Hogard. Sills on him. And a whistle, and I believe that's another foul on Desi Sills. And I just got to see this pass again. One-handed pass. Goes past. Akins is reaching for it. Sissoko is trying to come back to the back cut. And wow, that is a special throw right there from Noel as Tomlin lays it in. AJ Hogard will go to the line to shoot the 1-and-1 free throw. Hogard this tournament is averaging 12 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 4.5 assists. They had a very impressive win over number 2 Marquette the last round. Hogard hits the first and the second. 28-30, Kansas State on top, 3:45 remaining. Noel. Tomlin on the cut, layup, rolls around the rim, doesn't get it. MSU trying to track it down, and that'll go out of bounds. Kansas State, when they do that 4 cross action, they have a lot of cuts and ball screens. They just really like to space the floor. Well, they also don't want a lot of help defense either with those Michigan State bigs. They want to keep the paint clear. And Masood blocks the Hogard layup. Wow, that came fast. Hogard thought he had the edge, and Masood, with those long arms, says, get that out of there. Kansas State, even though they are shorter than Michigan State, they have 2 blocks compared to Michigan State's 0. Akins, corner 3. Off the rim, fight for the rebound into the hands of Johnson. Noel around the ball screen on the drive, layup. He left it short, rebound, Tomlin. Noel, 3-pointer. You bet. Marquise Noel, his first 3-pointer. Gives Kansas State a 5-point lead. Walker on the drive. They swing it to Hauser. And another foul is called on Kansas State on the reach-in, and Hauser will go to the free throw line. Beautiful shot from Marquise Noel. Gives a little gesture to the crowd. And Kansas State actually going to use their first timeout here. No team has used a timeout yet, but we have one here with a little bit less than 3 minutes remaining in this first half. And in this first half, we have seen Marquise Noel's passing ability. Holy cow. I don't know how many assists he has, but I'm assuming it's around the 8 or 9 range. He is making plays for his Wildcats and giving them a very good chance to win this game so far. And a little look at his last game against Kentucky. He had 27 points and 9 assists in 40 minutes. He is the first person to have 20-plus points and 8-plus assists in a tournament game since Mitch Richmond back in 1988. Hauser, the first free throw, puts it in. Carson Cooper checks back in for Michigan State. Hauser has 11 points right now. Make it 12 as he hits the second. As we are starting to close out this first half. And Marquise Noel has 7 assists tonight so far. Johnson looking to back down Hogard. 2-pointer and beautiful jumper. Johnson extends the lead to 5. Akins on the drive, kicks it back out to Hogard. Walker looking for a screen. Hands it off Hauser. Hauser on the drive. 10 on the shot clock. Hogard looking to go one-on-one against Carter. Spin, layup. And that is no good, but another whistle. Another foul on Kansas State. As Hogard is going to shoot 2 shots now because they're in double bonus. Michigan State, they just have to capitalize on these opportunities. I mean, they have so many offensive rebounds. They have the size advantage. They just got to execute. And, I don't think they have to keep up with this Kansas State team. Hogard hits both of his free throws. They just have to be able to contain them. Don't allow easy layups. Don't go into double teams. I think they put themselves in a good opportunity. Noel hits Johnson. Just hit that basket earlier. Less than 2 minutes remaining in this first half. Noel. Swing pass. Massoud, another 3-pointer. And another make. Ismail Massoud has 7 points. It is 32-38. Kansas State on top. Akins gives it to Hauser. Goes behind the back. Spin move. Outside Walker. One-on-one against Noel. Walker in the paint. Takes a fading 2-pointer. That one is no good. And a foul, I believe, is going to get called on Carson Cooper. That'll be his first. Man, he is just so tall. And another beautiful pass there from Noel. That's his 8th assist right there. And Ismail Massoud laces it. And Kansas State is going to shoot 1-and-1 free throws. They're in the bonus. Marquise Noel having a conversation with former Kansas State player Mitch Richmond, who we were mentioning earlier. Johnson does not hit the 1-and-1 free throw. Michigan State comes out unscathed after that foul. Hogard gives it to his point guard Walker. We have had 2 lead changes so far this game. Biggest lead has only been 6. Hogard catches shoot 3, and he is straight nylon. Noel looking to go quick on the drive. Hits a cutting Johnson, and there's the 9th assist. Beautiful pass. Akins looking to go quick. Inside Sissoko, and one foul. Sissoko lays it in as Noel fouled him. The score is 37-40. Kansas State on top. There is 41 seconds remaining And that reverse is a bad foul on Marquise Noel. I get it, he tried to foul before he got the shot up, but it was just too late. At this point, just let him have the dunk. Don't let him have extra points. But Sissoko hits the free throw. 41 seconds. Michigan State is 9 for 9 on free throws. Noel brings it up the court slowly. Michigan State fans on their feet, trying to encourage this defense to get one more stop, possibly tie or take the lead before half. Noel, 11 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Noel, kicked. Carter, three-pointer. Bang! Cam Carter hits the three-pointer. 10 seconds left on the clock, and a timeout taken by Tom Izzo as Marquise Noel pumps his fist as his Wildcats are up 5 here late in the first half. What a beautiful pass that was. Wrap around the head of Tyson Walker, and Cam Carter just had to put that thing up there, and he drilled it. All right, 10 seconds. Let's see what Tom Izzo drew up. Gives it inside to Walker. Walker one-on-one against Noel, 5 seconds. On the drive, stolen by Noel, 3 seconds. Noel's got to put it up. Tries to go behind the back. Pass to Carter, he'll go out of bounds. And Noel looked a little bit like Magic Johnson there. It was a 2-on-1 situation. And beautiful defense from Hogard to hit the ball out of Cam Carter's hands. Noel wanted a foul. There's 0.1 seconds remaining in this first half. You could only really do a lob play. I don't think you can get shot up, and that is it. The first half of this Sweet 16 game is over. Michigan State 38, Kansas State 43. We'll be right back after this. All right. One second, let me pause it. And we are back from halftime here in this Sweet 16 matchup between Kansas State and Michigan State. Kansas State is up 5, and Marquise Noel already has 10 assists so far. But Michigan State is hanging in there, hopefully looking for an upset win. Michigan State starts with possession. Hogard hits Akins in the corner, now gets it back. Michigan State is 2-7 when trailing at halftime this season, but they have an opportunity as Walker misses the jumper and it lands in the hands of Naquan Tomlin for the Wildcats. Sills, dangerous pass into Tomlin, but he's able to handle it. Tomlin, who's been quiet tonight, besides that one block, gives it to Noel. Noel looking to drive. Floater off the backboard is no good. Fight for the rebound. And refs call jump ball. It is Kansas State possession. That was Matty Sissoko and Naquan Tomlin who got wrapped up there. Noel to inbound it. And he throws it off the foot of Tyson Walker. Well, inbounds it. Johnson takes the fadeaway, and he left it short. Hogard now looking to push the pace. Gets the ball stolen by Carter. Up to Sills, one-on-one, flip, Johnson, and then he's blocked. But Tomlin was able to clean it up with the thunderous slam. What a beautiful rundown from Jaden Akins. But it ended in 2 for the Wildcats. Akins now around the screen. Gets stuck. Lands in the hands of Hogard, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hogard, spin against Noel. Rises for 2. No good. And a rebound by Cam Carter. And a whistle. I mean, look at this chase down. Akins times it beautifully. But unfortunately, Tomlin was right underneath the basket. And he That's an easy 2 points for him. Score is 38-45 Kansas State early in the second half. Tomlin hits a cutting Noel and he lays it in for 2. Naquan Tomlin looking like a point guard. Hauser catch and shoot 3. Yes! Joey Hauser responds. He has 15 on 3 3-pointers. Noel hits Carter a 3. Off the back iron, fight for the rebound, lands into the hands of Tyson Walker. It's 4 on 4 right now. Carson Cooper brings it back out. They'll swing it around. Hogarth a 3. No, he left it short. And a foul is called on Michigan State. Man, they are having a lot of foul issues on rebounds. They just committed one against Cam Carter, and that one was on Carson Cooper, who has 3 fouls, 0 points. Michigan State really needs to lock up here. They cannot allow too many more buckets. Sills, the layup. Yes, over Cooper. Beautiful play. Michigan State looking to go quick. Akins loses the ball into the hands of Tomlin. Fast break. Carter loses it. Tomlin gets it, and they're going to reset. Noel takes it. Pointing, directing traffic. Gets the ball screen in between the legs to Tomlin, and he tried to throw it down, but he missed. 3 on 2 for Michigan State. Akins, corner 3. Bucket. What looked like 2 for Kansas State turned into 3 for the Spartans. And it is a 5-point game. Michigan State already has 2 threes this half. Noel the drive, feed to Tomlin, and he missed the layup, but he got the whistle. Man, that would have been really, really nice for Tomlin. Tomlin tried to throw it down on Carson Cooper. Did not have the length, and he just, when you leave a lefty shooter open, he's bound to make you pay, and that's what Jaden Akins did to Kansas State on that last possession. Tomlin has 4 points, 5 rebounds. He missed the first free throw. Malik Hall is going to check in for Michigan State as Ismail Massoud checks in for Kansas State. Man, Kansas State has a big lineup out there. They have Tomlin, Massoud, Johnson, and Cam Carter out there. That is a really big lineup for them. Never mind, Tomlin's going to take a break as he hits the second free throw. David Gasson will check in. Now Michigan State looking to answer. This would be a huge possession to get points on. I know it's only a 6-point lead, but oh my gosh, Hogarth. I thought he broke Cam Carter's ankles, but there was a whistle. I think it was a foul on Carter, but oh my gosh, I thought Cam Carter touched earth there for a sec. But Hogarth will inbound it to Hall. Hauser gonna take on Massoud. Kicks it back out to Hogarth. Hogarth with the crossover in the lane. Walker fading 3! And that one is long. Fight for the rebound. It will go out of bounds on Kansas State as Massoud falls into the camera crew. Good hustle attempt. He tried to save it. And Michigan State will throw into the backcourt to Hogarth. Hogarth. Layup. Yes! Through contact, no call. But a beautiful finish from Hogarth brings the deficit to only 4. Hogarth has 9 points. Kansas State swinging around. Again, they like that 4-high action. Noel. 1-on-1 against Walker. Near the logo. Now drives. Layup. No. Johnson gets his shot blocked. And a foul is called on Kansas State. And Marquise Noel is down on the court right now, grabbing at his left ankle. And that is not what you want to see if you're a Kansas State fan right now. And we'll take a break after this. Hopefully, Marquise Noel. And we're back. Marquise Noel is currently getting his ankle wrapped on the bench. His first rest today. Michigan State, this would be a great opportunity. They're down 4 with 15 minutes remaining. With no Noel out there, this is their opportunity. Hall. Oh, and he hits the tough baby hook over Masood. Desi Sills to bring it up for the Wildcats. That's a new one. They swing it around into Masood at the left wing. Back to Sills, 10 seconds. Johnson, 5 seconds. And pass is stolen. First possession without Noel, they turn it over. Walker, step in 3. And he left it short, but the putback is good from Akins, and we are tied at 50. Michigan State bench on their feet. The 9th offensive rebound. Johnson. Again, no Noel out there for Kansas State. Sills drives. And that ball is going to be hit out of bounds. Michigan State pleading their case, saying they didn't touch it. And look at the hustle there from Jaden Akins. Wow. Lily jumped across the lane to get that putback in. Johnson driving. Kick. Sills. Corner 3. No good. And another whistle. And I believe that's going to be on Joey Hauser. Tom Izzo. Can't believe what he's seeing right now. I think he's more upset with the ref than anything else. Johnson will inbound it. And he throws it off the back of a Michigan State player, and he lays it in. Wow, what a creative play as Tom Izzo shrugs him off. Keontae Johnson has 16 points. Hogarth on the drive. Layup. Yes! And 1 as he flexes to the crowd. Spartans strong on their feet as Hogarth ties the game. I mean, look at that play from Johnson. I mean, that is ridiculous. And Hogarth on the other end burns Cam Carter, finishes through contact. And with this free throw, and he missed. We are tied at 52. Noel working on his ankle near the bench. He looks like he's okay. He's doing jumping jacks. He should be coming back in soon. But Kansas State needs to hold on. Johnson fading 2. That is a tough shot. Rebound. Jaden Akins, physical rebound. Akins looking to go quick. They bring it back out to Walker. Walker. 1-on-1 against Masood. Hauser in the corner. Back out Hogarth. 5 on the shot clock. Hogarth makes his move. Drive. Layup. Yes! And the foul! Back-to-back possessions for Michigan State. Back-to-back and ones for A.J. Hogarth. He gives the Spartans a 2-point lead. They're going to call that on Desi Sills. Sills did kind of nudge him with his left hand. And Marquise Noel will check back into the game. Man, ever since I think he went out, Michigan State went on an 8-2 run. Hogarth able to hit the free throw, 3-point lead for Michigan State. 13 minutes remaining in the second half of this Sweet 16 matchup. It has been very good so far. Johnson. Tomlin trying to give it to Noel. He does. Noel asking for a ball screen. Gets it. Noel drives on Hauser. Noel tries to throw it. Loses it. Noel throws it up at the horn. Oh, and he bakes it in. An absolute miracle shot as Michigan State tries to throw the ball up court. It's hit out of bounds. But wow. Marquise Noel with a double-double after that three-pointer. Flings the three-pointer up there with one on the shot clock, and it banks in. Wow. And he is in mild discomfort as he hobbles to the other side of the court. Akins into Hogard. Hits a cutting Hall. And he loses the ball, stolen by Noel. Carter on the drive, and he lays it in. Kansas State back on top. What a play from Noel. He was able to dig at Malik Hall and get the steal. Hogard hits Walker, catch and shoot three-pointer, left it short. Gets his own rebound though. Akins another three. And he delivers. Jaden Akins with three three-pointers. You cannot leave that dude open. Michigan State back on top. Akins has 11 points. Again, Kansas State going with that 4-high action. They don't want a lot of help defense. MSU corner three. It is no good. Hogard gives it to Hall. Spin move in the paint. Hall. Layup is good. Knifing his way through the paint. Michigan State back up by 3. Noel. As for the ball screen, gets it. 1-on-1 against Walker. Hits a cutting Carter. Layup is good. What a beautiful pass from Noel as he gets his 11th assist. Excuse me, 12th assist. I forgot one. Hogard at the top of the key. Hits Akins, who hit that three. And a whistle. I think Michigan State just called a timeout. I'm not sure what happened. We're going to take a break here. 60-59, Michigan State on top. 10:43 remaining in the game. Trey Holloman checks back in for Michigan State. They're going with a smaller lineup here. And Walker has his pass tipped by Carter. And a foul on Joey Hauser. Good foul there. That foul right there stopped the fast break for Kansas State. And Carter took a little bit of a tough fall there. Hauser has 3 fouls. He needs to be careful. Kansas State has a chance to take the lead on this possession. Noel, this time has Holloman on him instead of Walker. The usual assignment. Carter trying to find Johnson. And another foul on Michigan State. That one's on Holloman. Noel, I think, was beating him, and Holloman just grabbed the jersey. So they'll take it out from underneath. Noel hits Tomlin. Noel on the drive. Gets doubled. Now has Malik Hall on him. 9 on the shot clock. Noel going to take his move. Noel going to make his move. Hits a cutting Johnson. Whoa, what a pass between 2 Spartan defenders. Johnson flushes it home. He has 18. Malik Hall. Spin move against Tomlin. Takes a tough 2-pointer, and he can't get it to go. But a foul is called. And look at that pass from Noel. He had Hall on him, and Trey Holloman came in from help defense, and he was able to fit the ball through both of them into Keontae Johnson. And man, that is why he is so good. He just creates opportunities for his teammates to make plays constantly. Malik Hall to shoot two. First one, it rattles in. Hall's second free throw is good as well. Again, just a reminder, the winner of this goes to the Elite Eight to face the winner between Florida Atlantic and Tennessee. A.J. Hogarth checks into the game for Trey Holloman. 9:43 remaining. Michigan State up one. Johnson gives it to Noel. Tyson Walker's back on him. Tomlin, layup is good. Another assist for Noel. That is 14 if you're keeping track. Tomlin with 7 points, and I believe he just got called for an off-the-ball foul. And that right there is just a simple pick and roll. It is such a simple play, yet it is so hard to guard. And Tomlin hit Malik Hall after the play. That's what they called the foul. Hogarth on the drive. Layup, yes! Another finish for Hogarth. He has 16 points. Majority of them coming from this half alone. Noel against Walker. Gets the ball screen. Noel. Fadeaway two. Oh, yes, sir. Noel. Beautiful move. Brings Kansas State on top. Gives Kansas State the lead back. That one's better. Hogarth. On the drive again. Kick. Walker catch and shoot three-pointer. And that is straight nylon. Tyson Walker with 2 3-pointers. And both of these teams going back and forth. 11 lead changes. The biggest lead has only been 9. Noel on the drive, and he is going to be fouled by Walker. Little look at that fadeaway again, and wow, what a move Noel put on Walker. And Hogarth able to get into the lane, find the open shooter. Tyson Walker nails it. Both teams are in the bonus. Marquise Noel will shoot the 1-and-1 free throw. 12 points, 14 assists. Make it 13 points. Carson Cooper checks back in for Michigan State. Same with David Gasson for Kansas State. And we are tied at 67. 8:03 remaining in this Sweet 16 matchup. Walker going around a bunch of screens. Now on the drive, Walker hits a cut, hits the corner. Hauser, and he bangs it. Joey Hauser, a corner three. Michigan State is shooting lights out in this second half, especially from three-pointer. It's crazy. They're shooting lights out, but they're only up 3. Carter! He responds with a three-pointer on his own. Man, this has been a really, really fun one so far. Both of these teams just going back and forth. Hogarth waves off Cooper. Looking to go one-on-one. Hits the corner. Hall, fake. Inside the lane. Hauser, another three-pointer. That one that time is off. Cooper, the offensive rebound, the 7-foot center. Showing his utility. 11 offensive rebounds for the Spartans. All right, guys. Just a quick disclaimer. I am so sorry. Today's actually the next day. I got caught up, hanging out with a friend. So instead I say I'm going to finish this. Sorry for the inconvenience, but let's just get right into it. Another offensive rebound for the Spartans. 5 on the shot clock. Hall gonna try a three, and that one is short and run down by Marquise Noel. Michigan has hit a lot of threes this half. They're 5 of 11. Noel around the ball screen. This is a big possession for Kansas State, looking to take the lead back after a Michigan State surge in the second half. Noel throws it up off the rim into the hands of Gassan, and he lays it in. That lob by Noel was tipped by Malik Hall. It hung on the rim and it fell into the hands of Gassan. 12 lead changes. The biggest lead has been 9 points. Each team has 3 timeouts remaining. Hauser on the drive, and he is going to get fouled. And we're going to take a break. This is shaping up to be a good one, folks. 70-72. Kansas State on top. 5:54 remaining here in Madison Square Garden. If you look at the Michigan State fan section, you see a lot of old players, alumni. There's even Isaiah Thomas, former point guard of the Detroit Pistons, in attendance. This is a big, very big game for Michigan State. Looking to climb back to the top of college basketball. Kansas State trying to make a name for themselves. Joey Hauser to shoot the 1-and-1 free throw. His team down 2. And he short-armed that first one. Michigan State comes up empty-handed. They're 2 for 14 from the charity stripe. Johnson hits a cutting Tomlin, who has to run it down, kick out. Massoud, a three-pointer. Yes! Ismail Massoud, a three-pointer. He has been on fire this second half for Kansas State. Kansas State currently on an 8-0 run. Hogard gives it to Hauser. Swings it to Walker. 7 on the shot clock. Akins on the drive. Pump fake. Throws it up. And a traveling violation on Jaden Akins. And with Kansas State, they do that 4-high action. They have the bigs at the elbows and they have the guards at the wings. All it is, it's a ball screen to Johnson, and Tomlin's going to slip. They've run that a lot. They know that Michigan State is taller than them. They want to keep those big guys out of the paint. Less than 5 minutes remaining here in the second half. They go with that 4-high action. Johnson hits a cutting Tomlin. He cannot hit the floater, but he gets his own rebound, and he lays it in. Naquan Tomlin not giving up on the play. Kansas State up 7. Hogard. Walker corner 3. Got it. Tyson Walker with a huge shot for the Spartans. Man, Kansas State was on a 10-0 run, and Walker hit a very big corner three-pointer. And we'll take a break. We'll be right back after this. And again, I was just talking about that 4-high action that Kansas State runs. Just let's look at that again. All it is a handoff from the guard to the opposite wing. Then they'll screen Johnson and immediately slip. And that time there it worked because Tomlin was able to use his size to get the O board. And good job not giving up on the play. Tomlin gives it to Noel. Has Jaden Akins on him this time. They changed that. Michigan State. 9 on the shot clock. Noel. Bunch of crossovers. Drives in. Blocked by Akins. Beautiful on-ball defense. And the refs whistle a jump ball. Jaden Akins, not fooled with the enormous amount of crossovers, was able to stay in front of Noel and block the floater attempt. Good discipline from Akins. Now a big possession for Michigan State. Again, Walker hit that three earlier. Hogard, flip, Hauser a three-pointer. That one is no good. Tomlin running up the court with the ball, going to drive, layup, just throws it off the backboard. That was not a smart play there for Kansas State. No pass shot. Walker on the drive. Hauser pump fake. Kicks it out to Walker. Walker gives it to Hogard to reset. Hogard driving. Puts it up. And he misses the floater, but he'll go to the line to shoot two. And Desi Sills for Kansas State has just fouled out. There have been a lot of fouls in this game. So many fouls. It has been really, really physical. Kansas State, I think, is just trying to match. Kansas State's trying to match Michigan State's physicality, and Michigan State is trying their best to deal with the scrappiness of Kansas State. Hogard to shoot two, and he makes the first. Man, A.J. Hogard has been so big for Michigan State this second half. The and one layups. He has 17 points tonight. The amount of free throws he shot. And the second one is good. Man, if Michigan State could pull out away with this one, A.J. Hogard would be the MVP of this game. It is a 2-point game, 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the second half of this Sweet 16 matchup. Again, winner goes to the Elite Eight. Noel. Massoud from the logo. Oh, he nails it. Ismail Massoud comes alive this second half with 4 3-pointers. That one from the March Madness logo. Kansas State back up 5. Hogard at the top of the key, working on Carter, drives, tries to kick it out, and that is stolen by Noel. Good hands. Noel gonna walk it up the court. This is a huge defensive possession for the Spartans. Kansas State, if they get a bucket here, they have a chance to run away with this one. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Noel. Near half court, gets a ball screen. Noel on the drive. Noel blocked by Akins. The second block Akins has had on him. Here comes Michigan State. Hauser, three-pointer wide open. No! Rebound. Carter, he throws it off Malik Hall, and it is Kansas State basketball. Wow, Kansas State got a break on that last possession. It was 5-on-4. They left Michigan State's shooter, Joey Hauser, wide open, and he missed, and they have possession. 80-75, Kansas State on top. We have crossed the 2-minute threshold here in the second half. Jaden Akins, who's done a good job on Noel so far. Johnson, fade away, gets partially blocked. Ball went out of bounds, and the refs are going to give it to Michigan State. Keontae Johnson's shot was blocked by Hogard. Then it was a battle for it. Let's take another look at this. Ooh, I think that is off Keontae Johnson. When Johnson got blocked, he tried to sell the foul. He threw his hands up in the air, and he was the last to touch it. Beautiful call from the referee. A good on-ball defense from A.J. Hogard, who has had the tough assignment of guarding Keontae Johnson. And Keontae Johnson has not disappointed tonight. He is the leading scorer of this team. Man, the journey he had to get through to get here, just truly inspirational. And after official review, the refs got it right. It is Michigan State basketball. Again, they are down 5, 145 remaining. Michigan State has 2 timeouts. Kansas State has 3. Both teams are in the bonus. Walker on the wing, drive, crossover, kick. Akins a 3. Yes, he got it. Jaden Akins, another 3-pointer. Michigan State on fire from 3 this second half. Akins is 4 for 5 from 3. Big possession for both teams. Noel thought about the drive, now brings it back. Gets Malik Hall to switch on him. 10 on the shot clock. Noel drives. Step back 2. Got it! Marquise Noel, a big jumper. 103 remaining. Wildcats up 4 after a beautiful step back jumper from Marquise Noel. He got the matchup he wanted, the bigger and slower Malik Hall, and he made him pay. Let's take a look at the Michigan State three-point shooting because they started cold besides Joey Hauser, but this second half they have been stroking it. Walker, Akins, man, they've hit some big shots down the stretch. But Michigan State is down 2, less than a minute to go. Sorry, down 4. Hogard on the drive. Bumps, throws it up. No! Hall puts it in! And 1! Malik Hall on the putback. He put that in over 2 Wildcats. That was Tomlin and Carter. Beautiful positioning from Hall. This is a big free throw here to put it within 1. And he cannot get it to go. .22 seconds separating the shot clock and game clocks. Kansas State up 2. They do have 2 timeouts. Noel near half court. Again, Jay Nakins has done well on ball defense on him. Less than 10 and counting. Noel. Step back 3-pointer. No, off the back iron rebound. Michigan State. 20 seconds. Hogard crosses half court. And Tom Izzo is going to use one of his 2 timeouts remaining. Michigan State gets the stop they needed. Now, if you're Michigan State, do you run the clock out and get final possession, or do you try to get a quick bucket and play the foul game? If I'm Tom Izzo, I would like to draw something up so you can run as much clock out as possible. And you don't need a 3. A 3 would be nice, but I think you just want to score in general. What I would do, maybe Hogard's been really good attacking to the basket. Maybe you could get Akins and Hauser on the corners opened for a spot up 3. Hopefully the defense collapses. And for Kansas State, you got to be aware of shooters on the perimeter. You know, if they hit a layup, that's fine. Just hopefully you have some time remaining. But yeah, if I was Kansas State, do not let up any 3-pointers and also do not foul. Or if you're going to foul immediately so you have time on the clock for you. And just speaking of Joey Hauser. I almost said Joey Hoger. Speaking of Joey Hauser, man, he has been on point for Michigan State today. He has 18 points, 5 of 11 from the field, off 4 threes. He has been the most consistent one this game for the Spartans. He kept them alive in the first half. Malik called it, inbound it for Michigan State. I see Marquise Noel is guarding A.J. Hogard. Again, Hogard does have the size advantage. Him going downhill has been very effective for Michigan State. They give it to Walker. Walker going to walk it up the court. 15 and counting. Walker guarded by Tomlin. Gets the ball screen. Less than 10 seconds. Walker on the drive. Left hand. Banks it in. We are tied at 82 with 5 seconds. Noel. 3 seconds. Noel. Drive for the win. No. And we are going to overtime here in Madison Square Garden. 82 Tyson Walker with a tough left-handed finish through contact to tie it. Whoa. I mean, beautiful move by Walker. Bumps Cam Carter, finishes through contact, and good defense on the other end by Michigan State. Noel had a chance to win it. Another look at that final play. Noel weaved his way, shot a floater, but Malik Hall had a very good contest on it. But put another 5 on. Man, Michigan State, it has felt like they have been behind all this game. Even though there is like 13 lead changes, I feel like they've been down the majority of the time. But man, both of these times overtime record, Michigan State is 1-1 in overtime. Kansas State is 4-0 in overtime. This is the first overtime game in this tournament. And I couldn't think. And I don't think it could be a better game than this one. Malik Hall and Naquan Tomlin to do the jump. Again, winner goes to the Elite Eight to face either FAU or Tennessee. And Florida Atlantic, what a story with them as well. Tomlin wins the tip. Noel feeds. Johnson going to go right at Hogard, and he puts it in over him. Keontae Johnson. Akins tries to fling it to the corner, and that's intercepted by Cam Carter of Kansas State. Not a good start for Michigan State. Allow a bucket, then a turnover on the other end. We're going to go right back to Johnson. Johnson takes a step-back three-pointer. That one is short, and a foul is called on Kansas State on the rebound. Johnson, beautiful first play of overtime to get right at Hogarth's chest. He used his size to lay it up over him. A.J. Hogarth to shoot 2 free throws for Michigan State. He has 7 for 8 tonight. And he hits the first. Substitution coming in for Kansas State is Ismail Massoud. In for David Gasson. Hogarth, second free throw to tie it. Yes. Michigan State has shot 19 free throws in this game. They have made 16. Very good efficiency. Noel. Again, has Akins on him. Michigan State made that change. Noel. Flip to Johnson in the lanes. Tries to go over Hogarth again. That time gets partially tipped out of bounds. 9 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Johnson just flings it to Massoud. 7 seconds. Noel. Deep three-pointer. That one is off the back iron. Rebound Hall. And Michigan State looking to take the lead here in overtime. 3:45 remaining. Hogarth at the top of the key, guarded by Carter. Gives it to Walker. Walker waves off Hauser. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Walker, three-pointer right in Johnson's face, and he nails it! Tyson Walker, 16 points. That is Michigan State's first lead since halfway through the second half. Noel drives, layup, no, but he gets the whistle. Look at that move from Tyson Walker. Just lulls Keontae Johnson asleep and nails it at the top of the key. Another good drive there from Marquise Noel, able to get into the paint, get Jaden Akins jumping, and head to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Marquise Noel 3 for 3 from the line tonight. Make that 4 for 4. David Gasson checks back into the game for Kansas State. It is 87-86. Spartans are on top. After a game-tying layup by Tyson Walker, he hit the three last possession. Malik Hall at the top of the key. Hands it off to Walker. Walker with David Gasson on him. Walker, two-pointer. No, he left it short. Rebound, Cam Carter of the Wildcats. Very good on-ball defense from David Gasson. Again, maybe the size had an impact on that jumper from Walker. Noel passes it to a cutting Gasson, and he lays it in for the lead. And Joey Hauser's on the floor, grabbing at his ankle. Now he's up. Let's take another look at that. You know what? As an athlete myself, that really sucks. He was trying to help off the screen, and he just tweaked his ankle. Sorry, that was my phone. But Joey Hauser is up, and I think he's doing okay. Again, Michigan State's down one. Hoggard on the drive. Hoggard puts it up, puts it in, and one. A.J. Hoggard. His third and one in the second half. Well, technically, you know what I mean. Hoggard over two Kansas State Wildcats. This free throw has a chance to put Michigan State back up two, and he does. 2:14 remaining. Noel hands it off to Johnson. Noel hits a cutting Gasson again, and he lays it in. Gasson picks and Gasson on the screen and roll, and Noel was able to find him. He has 17 assists. Hoggard on the drive over Noel. Yes. Hoggard uses that big frame of his. Noel on the drive, hits a cutting Tomlin. Tomlin can't get that one to go, but he gets the whistle. I mean, look at this pass from Noel. Around Hauser and Akins into a cutting David Gasson on the perfect window. And on the other end, A.J. Hoggard has Marquise Noel on him, and that's a mismatch every day of the week. The most assists in an NCAA tournament history game is 18. Mark Wade did that night back in 1987. Noel right now has 18. He is one away from breaking it. Tomlin hits the first free throw. One more to tie it. Yes. Less than a minute 30 seconds remaining on the clock. And a timeout on the floor. Kansas State will use one of the three. We will be back after this. Man, Michigan State, it feels like in this overtime, they've been, in the driver's seat this entire game. I feel like they've been controlling the tempo. And I think they just need to finish, some smart sets, some smart shots. And, you know, on the defensive end, they just gotta try their best to stop Marquise Noel. Excuse me, Marquise Noel has 18 assists. 17 assists, excuse me. Oh, man. Getting some foul trouble for some teams. Hauser has 4. David Gasson has 4. Naquan Tomlin has 4 for Kansas State. Hogard gives it to Walker. Walker. It's been big for the Spartans in overtime. Drives on Carter. Spin. 2-pointer. That one's way off. Rebound. Kansas State. Beautiful defense from Carter. Noel lobs it to Johnson. Oh! Full court lob from Noel to Johnson. His 18th assist. Keontae Johnson has 22. Puts Kansas State up 2 with 47 seconds. Hogard drives, layup. No, blocked by Gasson. What a stretch for Kansas State. Noel acts like he's arguing with head coach Jerome Tang, then throws it up to a cutting Johnson. Beautiful play. And we are back. Cam Carter and Malik Hall are down on the floor near the Michigan State bench. Sorry, camera didn't cut to it on time. But it looks like it's going to be a foul on Kansas State. I believe Malik Hall was trying to set a screen for a shooter, and Cam Carter just ran him over. .8 seconds remaining. Michigan State's down 2. Some big free throws coming for Hall. And he makes it first. And take a look at the replay. That is exactly what happened. Malik Hall tried to set a screen for Tyson Walker, and Cam Carter just ran him over. Hall cannot hit the second. Michigan State's down 3. Michigan State's down 1. There's 12 seconds separating the shot clock and game clocks. 30 seconds and counting. Noel. Guarded by Akins. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Now gets the switch to Hogard. Noel, another deep three-pointer. No, and it goes out of bounds. And the refs call a tip on A.J. Hogard. Kansas State will have it at the baseline with 4.5 seconds on the shot clock. Wow, Hogard tipped that one. Noel to inbound it. If you Kansas State, you can take a couple dribbles, but then you have to shoot it quick. MSU catches and fires, yes, from mid-range. Michigan State up 3. 13 seconds, timeout, Tom Izzo. And just like that, Marquise Noel has broken the single game record with 19 assists. 19 assists on that inbound. I mean, what a half for Ismail Massoud, man. He started cold in the first half, went 0 for 2, missed a free throw. But, man, he has hit, 4 threes and a lot of jumpers and a block. Man, he has been the X factor, the spark off the bench for Kansas State tonight. But Michigan State is only down 3. They have around 12 seconds remaining. Kansas State needs one stop, though. If I'm Michigan State, I would like what I said earlier in the final possession in the fourth quarter. I would probably get Hogard driving and then have Akins, Walker, and Joey Hauser spot up around the arc. Hopefully, Hogard is able to draw some attention to him. And, Hauser, Akins, and Walker just have to be confident in their shot-making abilities with a chance to tie this game. You could do that, or you could try and score quickly and play the foul game. But Kansas State has been really good from free throws. 12.5 remaining. Kansas State only has one timeout. Michigan State has none. Jaden Akins to inbound it, excuse me. Akins gives it to Walker. 10 seconds and counting. Hauser thought about the three. No. Hall gives it back to Walker. 6 seconds. Walker stripped to the ball. It's on the floor. Noel comes out with it. And he will run the clock out. Kansas State has defeated the Spartans and will move on to the Elite Eight for the first time since 2018. We have seen history. Marquise Noel, 19 assists.